we're starting here at Kirra Point, and we're going to go for a walk from Kirra around to Snapper Rocks along Greenmount Beach, along Coolangatta Beach, Greenmount, and around to Snapper. So I'm just looking out at the sea at the moment, and there seems to be a couple of whales just in close over there. But this is world famous Kirra Point. It's a bit flat at the moment. There's not much swell getting into the Gold Coast, but you can see the lines running through. A little bit quick, the sand's a bit funny at the moment. Look at that line down there. Let's come back around. So that's Kirra Big Groin. So we'll go for a walk out on Kirra Big Groin in a sec, and then we'll walk all the way through to Snapper. So we'll just come around. We'll wait for a set to come through first. So we've got about, I suppose, 15, 20 guys in the water. We've got one guy on a stand-up, straight out the front there. We've got a guy surfing right on the groin. A few clean ones coming through. This one down the line looks pretty good. Nice wave just there. So we're at world famous Kirra Point, and we're going to go for a walk all the way through the Snapper Rocks. Well, let's go for a walk out a bit. So this is, over here we have the Big Groin. That's Kirra Big Groin. And when the swells break them properly, they catch the waves behind the groin and ride it right through. So we'll go for a walk out on the Big Groin. Not a bad day on the Gold Coast here. We've just had storms come through, and it was cold, but now it's starting to heat up a bit, so it's quite nice. So we're walking out to Big Groin Kirra. Some local grommets there. Don't know why they're not at school. Get to school, you little buggers. Okay, so let's head out to the Big Groin. Alright, how's that for a view through the trees? Quite nice, hey? Hey Gary, hey Daniel, hey Kiana. Oh, wow, this is incredible. Oh, Cliffo, how are you, Cliff? You should have come to work last night. Had a job in Coolangatta. Rob, Hayden, how are you all? But we're just heading out the Big Groin. Swell's starting to kick down here, Cliffo, so if you're around tomorrow, maybe an early morning session at Spot X would be good. But we're heading out the Big Groin now. Right in front of us is the helicopter landing site. Have you ever had any injuries here? That's where the helicopter lands. Oh, look at Spot X, it's pumping. Hi Rob, I'm at Kirra on the Gold Coast in Australia. So, middle of winter here, and look at all the people out swimming and surfing. It's beautiful here. So we're out the Big Groin. This is Big Groin at Kirra. And it's actually better on the south side, so yes, Rab, not Rob. So Rab, yes, it is nice here. I've been out swimming all morning, and then it just had a rain squall come through, and now everybody's out having a good time at Kirra. We'll just swing around a little bit. Straight up there, that's the world famous superbank. We just had a cyclone here and big swells not so long ago, and all the sand's been washed away. Just a second. Well, very nice Kiana. Oh, it's 3 a.m. in Ireland. You're just getting ready for work, Rab. Oh, it's actually hot here now. I wish I didn't wear a jacket. Straight out there behind the superbank, there's about 4 or 5 whales jumping. And we'll just look down Kirra again. Look at this set coming through. Who's in it? Guy's turning. Just there. Nice wave. Nah, bit full. Guy in the stand-up just pulled off. 9 p.m. Texas. All right, Rab, go to bed or go to work, mate. Have a good day. Hi, fish on. 9 p.m. We're going to go for a walk now. We're going to walk along Coolangatta Beach into Greenmount. That's Greenmount Point. And we'll go all the way around to Snapper, the world famous superbank, which looks like it's starting to fire. Joe King, oh, that's funny, Rab. In the oceans of Australia, yes, it's beautiful here. Okay, let's go for a walk, and we'll walk along Coolangatta Beach, around to Greenmount. We'll go around the point at Greenmount, and we'll go check out the world famous superbank. The superbank's where they hold the Roxy and the Quickie Pro. So we'll just walk back down Big Groin. See where I can get down the rocks. It looks like I can get down here without injuring myself, hopefully. Looks like I'm going to have to slide down on my arse here. Big drop. Oh! That didn't hurt. Okay. Hi, Guy. Oh, Old South Wales. Is that anywhere near New South Wales, Guy? Yeah, it's pretty beautiful here today. Let's give you a little bit less beach and a little bit more sky and sun. So this is Coolangatta. Just look up at the high rises here. That yellow building, that's the lifeguard tower. That's lifeguard tower 3, just there. Coolangatta Surf Club right beside it. Got a few buildings. Oh, very nice. All right, let's keep going along the beach. People going swimming. A couple of kids swimming in the flags there, right in front of the lifeguards. All right, so looking out there, that's Greenmount Point and the superbank, and we're walking along the beach of Coolangatta. When I left home, it was quite chilly. It was about 18 degrees, so I've got a jacket on, and now I'm struggling. Wish I didn't have this thing on. I know some of you won't think that's very cold, but to us here on the Gold Coast. It is cold. So we're in the flags here, that black and white flag we just passed. That means the surfboards can't come inside the red and yellow flags. The red and yellow flags is where you surf, and you'll be seen by the lifeguards. Just look up there, there's the lifeguard board and his tube to do rescues. Yellow flag here means caution. There's quite a drop off after you get off the sandbank there. Then you have your next red and yellow flag. Yes, Rab, summer here is atrocious. Gets up around in the middle 30s, sometimes 36, but the humidity's the killer. It gets up around 80-90% all the time, and it's just sweating. Okay, and that was the last flag, and then here's your next black and white flag. So we'll look back at the flags, and got your black and white, red and yellow, next black and white. So that's all surfing area there. No one can summon surf through the flags. Let's keep heading around the point. So we'll just have a look up here. A few buildings, a few high rises overlooking the beautiful ocean. But those waves are looking good. If you're still there, Cliffo, and you're available to come down tomorrow, there's a guy out there on a stand-up sup foil, and he's having a great time. If this swell keeps coming around the corner, we could get a classic super bank. Let's just keep going. In UK and Ireland, all beaches have the poop and piss going into it. Well, that doesn't sound like much fun to swim in those ones, Rab. Here, we don't have that problem. The beaches here are just pristine. And this is the Gold Coast. Go around the corner to the northern New South Wales beaches, and they are even better than this. Down here, we've got high rises and units and a lot of tourists. But if you go to northern New South Wales, you can just about be guaranteed to be by yourself. It's beautiful down there. All right, still heading up the beach. So we've just left Coolangatta. We're coming into Greenmount now. So that's two beaches on the one beach. Greenmount is the headlands directly in front of us. A couple of friends in front, ex-workers I used to work with. Vaughn, get out there, mate. Looks like it's pumping. Say hello to the world. You're live streaming to the world. Here's another ex-worker with me. Say hello to the world, Strongy. Have a good one. All right, let's keep going. So what we're going to do, we're going to walk around these rocks here, and there's a couple of steps going up if it's too wet, and then we'll walk around the path around the headland. Okay, keep it going, lads. Yes, could you understand our Aussie accent? I used to work with some pommies at a pommy pub here on the Gold Coast, and when I spoke with them one-on-one, I could understand them, but when they got together, it was as if they weren't even speaking the same language as what I know. I could not understand them when they were together. All right, This is just in here. There's a nice little hole. It's just beautiful here. If you've got the kids, bring them down, go for a swim. Got another lifeguard just set up here. They've got their jet ski. They've got 2 lifeguards and no one's in the water. So come on down to Greenmount for a swim. Keep them on their toes. Ah, yes. Everyone in Australia's mate. Makes it easy. If you forget someone's name, how's it going, mate? Haven't seen you for a long time, mate. But look at that. That is just beautiful in there. Ah, yes, they have their gazebos set up. And this is middle of winter and it's stifling hot. They're both sitting underneath the shade of the gazebo. So you can just imagine what it's like in the middle of summer here. What you're basically doing is running from your car across 100 metres of beach to try and get into the water, cool your feet down to keep going. Have a swim, have a surf, whatever you're doing. Alright, so we are just about at Greenmount now, and it looks like I can walk around the rocks. So I'll go around the rocks until there's a steps there. It'll take me up onto the walkway around to Snapper. Well, you'd think, Rab, but when I retire, we're actually moving somewhere cold because I can't do the heat anymore. It just saps your energy. And it's like I wouldn't like to work in the cold, but it's also not fun working when the sweat is just dripping off you. All right, so now we're at Greenmount. We've got the Norfolk pines up there. They're all Norfolk pines. And let's see if I can get through without getting too wet. Tide's going out. Yep, I think I can make it. Just got my electronic car key in the pocket. I can't get that wet. That's all. Okay, so this is Greenmount Point. Hope we don't get any backwash off the rocks. This is the rocks around Greenmount. Look, might head high a little bit here. Okay, nice and dry up here. So we just look to our right. We have a little lookout there. You can sit down there. There's a couple of tables and chairs. Beautiful. Cold costs money, yes. Yep, but we have to run our air conditioners in summer, so yeah, and when it's cold you have to cut down trees to get the fire going. Okay, we'll stand up on this rock and we'll have a look back. So that's Kirra Beach that we're just standing on, and we've walked all our beach here. We come across to Greenmount, so we're at Greenmount now. Let's keep it going. So school holidays went back today, so all the kids are back at school, so that's why it's so quiet here. Okay. So we're coming around Greenmount Point. We'll just have a look and see if I can walk the whole way without getting too wet. But you can see the bigger waves out there now, those waves now overhead. So that's good. Might be some good photography tomorrow. can I go right around? Let's have a look. Suppose I could rock hop all the way. Let's see if I can do that. I think I might go up the stairs. Let's go down a bit. Sorry about that. So you can see those waves coming through there. That's the super bank. As I said before, we've had a cyclone not so long ago, and that's moved all the sand. So that's sand now is now moved out to sea, just out there, and that's why there's so many people surfing wide. There's a local surfer hitting the water. Hope he doesn't mind going around the world. There's a foil surfer on this wave just here. He's having the ball. Another guy in a mal taking off behind him. Actually looks like a bit of fun out there. All right, let's head back. We'll go up these stairs. And we'll walk around Greenmount Hill to Rainbow Bay and Snapper. So let's go up these stairs. Yeah, be good if the weather stayed like this all year round here. Cut out the heat and humidity of summer and just have this as it'd be perfect. Around the 15 to 20 degrees all day, every day. Okay, so now we're up on the walkway. So we've got another viewing point here. And just up there, another viewing point. That's where I actually set my camera when I use my big cameras to video when Green Mountain Superbank's working. There's one there, and there's another one up high. And when you're up on the high one, you can actually see from the point all the way through to Green Mountain. But that's the lines coming through. There's actually a humpback whale about 300 metres off where the guys are surfing. A few fun waves coming through. So we'll go right around. Just a sec, I'm going to take my jacket off. I'm dying here of the heat. Might be a bit bumpy for a second. Okay, I'm back. Okay, so we're coming around the point here, another viewing platform, and then we've got some steps that'll take us down. Just letting you know, I do 3 to 4 live streams every week. I do one short video every day of either surfing or foil surfing, and I also do 1 to 2 full doco movies a month. Sorry, I've just posted 2 on humpback whales. So I've got the humpbacks are migrating at the moment north from Antarctica up to Hervey Bay, and I've got a nice video of a mother and the calf. I posted that about a week or 2 ago, and then I just posted another one last night of 2 whales. They just seemed to be sunbaking. They were having a ball off Hastings Point, just sitting there enjoying the warmer water. Okay, so and also please consider subscribing, and then you'll be notified every time I start a live stream, drop a short or a video. So we're at Rainbow Bay at the moment. So we'll just look up there. We've got a couple of high rises. So some really nice places up there. So we'll look back around. Just a sec, fix my jacket up. So that building there, that's where they hold the Quickie and Roxy Pro, the pro surfing event. Look at these waves out here. It's really starting to pump and pick up at the moment. It's low tide here, so let's walk across the sand flats. And we're going to walk out to Snapper, the end of the rocks there, and then we'll go for a walk around to Froggies. See if there's any young guys out there surfing. Oh, that water's nice and cool. So how's that for a shot? It's just beautiful here. Nobody around, as I said. School went back yesterday, so there's nobody around. Right, through the deepest part. Let's keep it going. I actually started holidays today, so I will be doing a lot of live streaming it. I'm going to head down the coast. I'm going to head down to Harrington, Evans, Yamba. So there'll be a few really nice live streams come through in the next couple of days. Let's turn around here. So don't forget to subscribe and you'll be notified when I put them up. Well, there's a foil surfer out there. He's having the ball out in the middle of nowhere all by himself. Those foils are unbelievable. They just pick up nothing and keep going forever. All right, so let's keep heading around. Got some people, must be some tourists on the beach here. So directly in front of us, those rocks are called, the first rocks we come to is Little Marley. That's at Rainbow Bay, and the rocks behind that is Snapper Rocks. So that's where they have the pro contests, the Quickie Pro and the Roxy Pro. Quickie for the men, Roxy for the women. Another lifeguard tower there, so there's lifeguards everywhere on these beaches. There's 3 lifeguard towers in 2 kilometres, 3 kilometres, so that's nice. If you're coming over for a holiday and not very safe in the water, or you don't feel safe in the water, just swim near a lifeguard tower, they'll look after you. Oh, look at this. Nice waves coming through. Okay, so again, these rocks directly in front of us, that's Little Marley. And we're going to go across to Snapper. I don't know if you can see up on the rock there's someone standing on the Snapper Rock. So this is the super bank. When the super bank's on, the waves break from that front rock right out there. Oh, look at this guy behind the point. That's well over head height at the moment, so the swell is kicking at the moment. There must be 50 to 60 guys in the water at the moment as well. Look at those waves. Nice. Hard to imagine this is the middle of winter, isn't it? This young guy flying along the face, pulled off. Didn't want to paddle too far, looks like. Definitely have to come down with my camera equipment tomorrow. This has just been shot on the phone and a gimbal. So these rocks right in front of us, that's Little Marley. We're in Rainbow Bay, and then 100 metres over there you can see other rocks. That's Snapper, and ooh, that wave just blew. So looks like it's starting a fire. Just scroll around, have a look at that. Looking back towards Kirra and Greenmount. Middle of winter. Okay, let's come back around. Let's head out to Snapper. So we'll head out to these rocks just here. And then when we get out here, then we'll turn around to the right and then we'll head around to Froggies. And I'll show you why it's called Froggies. So when this place is on, there could be 300 to 400 guys in the water, and it is hard to surf. All you're basically doing is dodging people. People are scrambling for the face to get out of your way, but they're actually wrecking the wave and you can't surf it. Yeah, so it gets quite aggressive out here sometimes, especially when people are just learning to surf. They get out there and all they do is get in the way, and a lot of aggression in the water. And everybody thinks they're a local out here, so that's another cause of aggression. I don't know why these kids are at school. We've got some young guys up there, they've been out surfing. They must have been out Froggies having the ball. Alright, we're coming up onto Snapper Rocks now. Back in the day, there used to be, as soon as I get a soft footing here, that concrete there, that was a porpoise pool. So they used to have dolphins in there, and that was a local attraction. So, oh, here we go. That's what the boys are screaming about. The guys are surfing out at Froggies. So let's have a look at this. Yes, but the dolphins used to be in those pools. You can see the rocks out there, the concrete people are sitting on up there. But what happened when the swell got big, the waves used to break over the top of the rocks, and then the dolphins couldn't get a breath, and then they used to drown, so they moved them. They moved the dolphins around to another pool just around the corner a bit. These rocks look as sharp as a shite, so might see if I can find an easy way to go up. Yes, here's these young guys. Ow, 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 these rocks are sharp. Okay, so you got some... Okay, so this is called Froggies. And if you look over there, you might see something green on the rock. And that's Frog Rock. That's how this place got its name. It looks exactly like a frog, that thing. Let's have, oh, look at this. Yeah. Swell definitely is kicking. I live a little bit further down the coast, and it was big down there, so that swell, there's a whale. A whale straight out there as well. Go, mate. Pull in, pull in, pull in, pull in. Nah. Guy going to duck dive this wave. Oof. Yep, this way, those waves are getting nice and heavy now. Let's just walk down. I'll walk you around to Froggies. So we're at Snapper, Froggies. So we'll just walk along the beach here to Froggies. So when we had the cyclone, all the sand here got moved out, and all that sand has moved out there. So that's why all those guys are out there surfing wide. But now they've started pumping from Fingal on the south side of the Tweed River, and they've bypassed all the sand over to here. I don't know if you can see, but just up there, there's a black pipe, and they just pump the sand from Fingal, and it bypasses to here, and then it just fills this up, and then this sand wraps around the corner and makes the superbank. Yeah, so this is Froggies. A few people enjoying the sun. How long have I been going? 36 minutes, not bad. We'll go all the way out here. So up on the hill, got a couple of high rises. Just imagine what their view's like. They'd be looking at whales all day. Be beautiful. And there's Frog Rock. Right in front of us. So that's how this beach got its name. Some people over there sunbaking. I won't annoy them. Hi, W. Rice, how are you? Just out there, about 200 metres, there's a couple of humpback whales just mucking around. That's looking down to Snapper. That's behind the rock at Snapper. So it looks like it's going to start pumping from now on. Tide's low at the moment, so you can see the backwash is just smashing it. We are at Snapper Rocks, or the Superbank on the Gold Coast. We started at world famous Kirra, walked along the beach from across Coolangatta, Greenmount, and to the world famous Superbank. These are actually World Surfing Heritage spots now. They've been made a World Heritage spot, saying nobody can do anything to the beaches from Snapper Rocks here all the way up to Burleigh, which is good to know. So we are right, if you're looking from around the world, we are right on the border of Queensland and New South Wales. You'll find Snapper Rocks, Rainbow Bay, Coolangatta, Greenmount. So we're just walking back. So this is where the dolphin pool used to be, and this is where I learned to swim. So when they moved the dolphins out to a more friendlier and safer spot just around the corner to the south, they made this a swimming pool. So yes, this is where I used to swim. I learned to swim. Have a look in there. So you had natural pools here, and that's where they used to keep the seals. When you look back, it was fairly archaic, but when we were around in that time, it was actually great fun to come and see the dolphins and seals so close. So as I said, we're at the world famous Snapper Rocks Superbank. Just letting you know, I do 3 to 4 live streams every week. I do one short video on surfing or foil surfing every day at 6 p.m. Local time here in Australia on the East Coast, and I also do 1 to 2 movies every month, and I've just done a couple of movies on the humpback whales migrating north, so if you'd like to check them out. And if you wouldn't mind subscribing, and then you'll be notified every time I put out a video, short or a live stream. That really help. But this is my hobby, this is what I like doing, so I'll be doing them anyway. Alright, look at that view. West, how are you, mate? Love your Aussie friends, yes. And where are you from, West? So if we look down the line here, USA, how are you, W. Rice? Whereabouts in the USA are you from? So I hope you can see down there, the guys are surfing all the way down, and those waves will wrap all the way down from here at Snapper, and they go all the way down to the beach at Coolangatta down there. So you can get maybe an 800 metre ride if you can link it up all the way, or nobody drops in or fades you, and then there's a punch up. There's always a lot of aggression out here. There's a guy just paddling out. He's just gone out. Do we forage for seafood? No. Well, yes, I forage at the shop. But no, there's no need to forage. You can fish along here. There's always some nice fishing. So here's a guy. He's going to paddle out. He's got a pink surfboard. I don't know how good he is if he's riding the pink surfboard. And a t-shirt and a hat. I don't know what he's thinking. He's about to lose all of it. Wisconsin. Nice. Yeah, so he'll lose his hat on his first duck dive. I don't think he realises how big it is or how heavy it is, and he has a GoPro in his mouth, so he's not going to get a good breath either. So I think and he can't paddle. So I think he's in for a bit of trouble, this guy. Probably end up on the rocks somewhere. Let's watch him. At least he's smart, he knows where to sit, so he's sitting behind the rock just here. And now he's making the run for it. He's going to duck dive. He come up, the hat's still on his head, but here comes a set. He's about to get flogged. He'll end up down at Little Marley without even getting out. So next wave, hat's still on his head, the set's coming through. He's now looked at his wide of the rocks. He's now paddling away from the rocks. Hat's still on his head. As you can see, he's got washed right down, and he's coming back in, so he didn't time that at all. And he's coming up on the rocks. This is what keeps the lifeguards in business. People like that. He's missed the jump off. Okay, looks like a young Grommy. He's paddling out now. He looks like he knows what he's doing, so he'll get out for sure. Okay, Grommy's taken the first on the head. The sweep is out of control. He's got washed down already. He's paddling wide. He's going to duck dive this wave, and he's out. So, Eddie, so we're at Snapper Rocks on the Gold Coast of Australia. So we're right on the border of Queensland and New South Wales. So if you Google map that, you'll see the Tweed Heads and Coolangatta, so we're right there. So we'll look around the corner. So this is Snapper. Next rocks down there is Little Marley. That headland there is Greenmount. The beach down there is Coolangatta. You'll see a groin down there. That's Kirra Big Groin and the world famous Kirra Break. Okay, we'll come back around. I hear some more people. Have to time it a bit better. Okay, he's going to try again. Let's see how he goes. He's got 5 fins in. Never seen that before. It's either a 3 fin or a 4 fin, but he's got a quad fin set up with a large back fin, and it looks like a... Oh, here he goes. He's jumped in the water again. No, Eddie, they are surfing, so they're on boards. Okay, they're on boards, surfboards, stand-up boards, and I don't know what this guy's got. So he's paddling again, and there's another set coming around the corner. So he's about to cop it on the head again. He keeps looking back at me to give him some direction, but last thing you want to do is give anybody direction, and then they get smashed on the rocks. Then they come up very aggressive, telling me, you told me to go. And we've got 2 more people heading out. The water's not too bad, Eddie. The swell is starting to kick, so we have a big storm down in Sydney, and that's bringing the big waves up. So hopefully, because that low pressure system is so far away, hopefully this swell hangs around for a few days. But yes, this is just a normal day here. Got 2 more people, and here goes the guy with his pink board and his hat and his GoPro in his mouth. And here comes about a 13, 14-year-old kid coming out as well. Okay, he's copped the first one on the head, but he's going wide this time. Looks like he could make it out, and he's out. I spoke too soon. Comes the next wave, so now he's in somebody's way, and he's just made it over, so that's lucky. The time here is 1:45. It's 1:45 Monday afternoon, so 12:42. So we'll look around. Libra, how are you? Yes, it is Monday morning at 1:45 in the afternoon. Sorry, it's Monday afternoon. So we're looking down to Greenmount, Coolangatta and Kirra. As I was saying before, don't forget to subscribe, and that'll let you know every time I put out a live stream. I do a short every day at 6 o'clock East Coast of Australia time, and that's on surfing or foil surfing, but I think I'm getting a few videos here today, so stay tuned for that. And I put out 1 to 2 videos every month. We've got the migration of the humpback whales at the moment. They're moving up from Antarctica, and they're going all the way through to Harvey Bay to mate and give birth. Rhode Island, 11:15. What are you still doing up? You got to work in the morning, Libra. So let's see if I can get another viewpoint. We might go back down this way and look out from down at Little Marley Rocks. But look at those conditions for the middle of winter. Not bad, eh? So the weather here would be about 21 degrees, but there's no breeze, so it's quite hot. I'm taking off my layers. When I left home, it was about 17 degrees wind chill, so it was quite chilly for me. Ugh, stench water, not standing in that. Okay, so Middle of summer here. How hot is it there in Rhode Island, Libra? Aussie, Aussie, Aussie. Running man, how are you, mate? Okay, so we're looking back out. So that guy's got a nice wave, or girl. And we've got a guy on a mal on that wave. Having a ball. Okay, let's head back around to Little Marley Rocks, which are the rocks just in front of us. We've got about a 10-year-old grommy running straight in front of us here. He's going out. Hey, mate. He's excited to be out in the waves. I don't know why he's not at school today. Mum and Dad must have said it was okay to wag school. Good parents. Wish my parents let me do that a few times. I missed a lot of surfing because of school. All right. So I'll look back around. So that's the point out there. That's Snapper Point. That grommy's paddling out in the wrong spot. Horizon Energy, thank you, it is beautiful here. So let's keep going around. We'll go up where that seagull is just in front here, and I should be able to get some nice shots of the ocean for you. So we're getting a lot of sand back. We had a cyclone here a couple of months ago and washed all this sand away, but we have a bypass sand pumping system here. So, and it just pumps the sand from the south beaches. All right, so look at that. It is starting to pump now. Down there we have Jonathan Livingston Seagull. Oh, look at this young guy. Go, mate, go. Keep pumping. Nah. So what we have is a little bit of sand here, and it's making the waves. You can see here he's on the wave, but then it peaks up down here again. So it's actually good when you've got a couple of breaks here instead of just one long one. Otherwise, someone will pick it up from the point and surf it for the next 1.5 kilometres and no one else gets a wave, or they drop in on you and then there's punch-ups in the water. But the guys are getting smashed here on Little Marley Rocks, and then they're going down the line. So we'll just look around. There's a couple more people running around. A few people coming out. I could fall asleep watching this, so relaxing. Yes, it's beautiful here, Libra. Yes, the clouds. We have a big storm down Sydney. It's a low pressure, so that's about 1,000 kilometres south of us. And this is the what's pushed through Sydney and down the south end of Australia. And it's moving up here, and that's why we're getting the swell. So this swell's moved 1,000 kilometres. I was about 100 kilometres south the other day and there was no swell. Oh, look at this. This is really starting to look good out there. Might get my, pull in, you. Nice. Yep, this is starting to pump, people. Oh, I'll get back up on this rock, get a better view. Yep. Do you surf Horizon Energy? you need to watch the swell forecast. You would have seen this swell moving up the coast of Australia. But yeah, by tomorrow, because it's you can see up here, the word's got out and there's just a constant stream of cars going through this car park. So by this afternoon, when knock-off time for work, there will be maybe 300 to 400 people in the water, and then tomorrow will be very crowded out here. Got a nice wide one breaking. The wide ones don't actually break as good, he's pulled straight off. Ah, yes. Let's have a look at the sky for you then, Horizon Energy. Look at that out there, that's the storm. Just beautiful, isn't it? That's moved all the way up from Sydney. So this low pressure's moved from 1,000 kilometres away. And it's just moving through. It's moving up towards Brisbane, northern end of the Gold Coast. And that's the way it's running through. We'll just come back around. So that's the big storm cloud. So yesterday was cloudy all day and no swell, and then wake up this morning to a very big increase in swell and perfect day. With some nice waves. So you can see this guy on the wave, and it's going to section, and then the guy's taken off down the line a little bit. And he's going to get around the section with a drop in, so he'll be calling that young guy off. And the young guy's pulled off, and now he's got the wave to himself. Which one, Horizon? This one here, Rockfish. Nice. Yes, we get some nice clouds around here. So these young guys walking out, they are actually little rippers. They really surf good, these guys. If you're just joining in, I'd really appreciate it if you guys are subscribed. I do 3 to 4 live streams every week from here, well, from the east coast of Australia. I've just been down to Sydney for a week, so I've done 3 or 4 live streams from Sydney. Yes, I do surf Horizon. I've surfed all my life. So if you live around here, most people surf, and I surfed back decades ago when there was nobody else around. So we used to be able to surf snapper here with 3 or 4 people in the water. Now there's 3 or 4 people on every wave. Yes, but most people, actually surfing's a school sport here on the Gold Coast. So that's how much people surf around here. You go to school and you take your surfboard, because that's a PE sport or physical education sport, and it's a week sport where once a week you go on, you got your footy players, your cricket players, and you got your surfers. I've actually injured my knee at the moment, Horizon, but if you go on to my channel, you will see, I think I've just posted my 300th video of surfing, so hop on there and have a look. Horizon, you'll see a lot of surfing. I'm getting too old now to surf good, but I've surfed all through Indonesia in the 80s when there was nobody around. My first trip was in 84, and there was nobody in Indonesia at that time. It was fantastic. Yeah, like I said, please consider subscribing. You won't be disappointed. 3 to 4 live streams a week, 1 short video a week on surfing or foil surfing, and I do 1 to 2 docos every month. weather permitting, of course. But I've just posted 2 on the migration of the humpback whales from Antarctica. From Antarctica up to Hervey Bay, where they mate and give birth. So they've moved through. I did one video on a mother and baby sitting about 50 to 100 metres off the beach, or where I was standing at Hastings Point, just 30 kilometres south of where I'm standing now. And then another one where 2 whales sat there for a whole 20 minutes and just were sunbaking and just having a ball in the water. So please check that out. Really like everyone to watch my movies. I spend a lot of time making them. Alright, so that's 1 hour now. So I'll turn back around. So that's where I started, down there at Kirra Beach. Walked all the way along that beach. That's Coolangatta and Greenmount Beach. Greenmount Headland. Walked it along Rainbow Bay here, through to Snapper. And checking out Snapper and the Superbank. There's a lot of hot little surfers out here. So what I'll do, everybody, I'll sign off now, and I'll be back tomorrow and I'll do another live stream from the same place. Hope you had a good time, and see you later.